Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to be working with rhinestones. This is a shirt that I designed myself for my 2,000 subscribers celebration, even though I'm a little bit higher than that. But I wanted to show you what I did. I'm going to be showing you on this video tutorial how to work with rhinestones using a ombre effect. And I can't wait to show you how is it that I do it. So guys, let's get started. So I am in Silo Studios Business Edition, and that will allow me to work with rhinestones. And I'm going to be using two words. It's going to be a simple design, but a very cute one. I'm going to go here, click it, and I'm going to write the word summer. The next word that I'm going to be writing, I'm going to click back again here, and I'm going to write fun. The font that I'm going to be using in this word is one that I like a lot. I click on the right side on the A, and I'm going to pick my font, and it's this one right here. The one on the top, Summer, I'm going to leave it as that because that is the impact font, and I like using that on my designs. I'm resizing the words because, you know, sometimes you have to redo it so that you can get the actual correct sizing. I usually use a 11 inches wide design, and so the word summer, it's going to measure that around 11 inches wide. Font is going to be a little bit smaller because, of course, it's going to be on the bottom. So I'm going to be working around positioning the word fun to see. I thought about making an overlap with it, but it's not. I don't think it's going to work. No, it's not looking good. So let's go back. So I'm going to start working with the word summer first, and I'm going to resize it. I like resizing my word before I start doing the rhinestones settings. And yeah. So that is looking nice. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the offset on it because I want the word to be a little bit larger, thicker for the rhinestones. So I'm creating an offset to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm just choosing how bigger is it that I want it. And that's what I'm doing right now. Once I work with the size, I'm going to separate the two of them, and I'm going to be keeping the thicker one. That's what I'm going to do. The other one I'm going to delete because, yeah, that one is the one that I'm going to be using. This one I'm going to delete. But if you notice, it's very thin. And for the rhinestones, it's going to be like, you know, it's not going to look good. So I'm going to delete this one. And then I'm going to go bring this one back. And for this one, I'm going to be creating an internal offset. And that is the one that I'm going to be using for the rhinestone outline because this design has an outline. So I will choose the outer part for the outline and then the inner part for the rest of the rhinestones design. I want to make sure that I have the correct size. This one I'm going to work later with it. This one is the one we're going to be using for the fill of the design. I'm going to group it. So now I'm ready to work with the rhinestones. And I'm going to click to open the rhinestone panel. You can access it through here on the top left or from the bottom. It opens the same. I'm going to be using either radial or this one. No, I don't like that one. I'm going to keep the radial. It's the better feel right now. And if you notice, let me move this around because I want this to make it bigger so that you can see what I'm seeing better. If you notice, there are areas that I need to fill. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change it to SS10. And then after I do that, I'm going to be working with the spacing of the stones to with which one is going to give me the best spacing. Right now, it's at default of 39. So I'm going to change it to a 20. Not a little better, not that much. I'm going to change it to a 15. That's what I usually choose, either 19 or 15. And I think this one is a little bit better. Still, I'm gonna be left some holes that I'm gonna have to fill in. All right. Usually that's what happens. It's very rare that you will get a design without having to make any changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the areas that I have to fill. They're not that many. It's not going to be that bad. But what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to fill and move some of them so that you can see, if you're new to rhinestones, how is it that I do it. And then I'm going to just forward the video at the end when I'm done working with the moving. I'm going to press here to release the rhinestones to make it easier for me to work with it. All right. So the rhinestones are released. I'm going to be starting working with the letter S. If you need those holding here, I'm going to duplicate the stones and start positioning them in place. And I'm going to do the same thing with each one of the letters. So because this is going to be a long process, that's why I'm going to forward the video so that you can see it at the end once I'm done. If you're new to rhinestones and you haven't seen this done before, you can watch a lot of tutorials that I have for beginners that tell you exactly how to move the stones around and how to rearrange it, okay? So that you can have a better understanding what is it that I'm doing, all right? So I'm gonna do the same thing all around. So once I'm done, I'm gonna see you, okay? So I am done with this, and the next test that we're gonna be doing is to complete the whole thing by grouping the whole thing. I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna go to the top part where it says object. I'm gonna group it. And once this is grouped, I'm gonna return again to the object, open it, and click make compound path. I always change the colors to make it easier for me to work with. So I'm gonna choose this blue color, no particular reason why, just I like the blue. And I'm going to change it to that color. And the next step that we are gonna be doing is that I'm going to work with the outline. I'm gonna pick the outline. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna open the rhinestone panel, and I'm gonna choose edge. And in the edge, if you notice, there are certain areas also that I need to work with. I'm gonna make sure that it fits properly. It looks like it's pretty good. And then I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm gonna probably leave the same spacing on the stones. I'm not sure yet, but it looks pretty good. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna be working on the spacing. I'm gonna choose 10SS and I'm gonna change it to 19. Those are the areas that I need to fix. If you notice, they're all on top of each other. I'm gonna release the stones to do this, and I'm gonna be working on them. And once I am done, then I'm gonna come back, all right? That way the video is not gonna be too long. Well, guys, I am back. Everything is fixed. And yeah, it fits perfectly. Nice. Okay. I like the way it looks. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna do the same thing with the outline. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to change the color of the outline also. I'm gonna select the whole thing before I do that, and I'm going to drop down the object to group, drop down the object to make compound path. And now I'm gonna change the color, and I'm gonna choose the red, people, no particular reason. All right. So now that I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be working with the word fun. And this one is going to be easy because this is just an edge. I'm going to pick edge for this one. So yeah, I'm going to pick 10SS again. And the spacing on this one is good. I'm not going to even change it. No changes on the spacing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to release the rhinestones to continue because no changes needed. I wish all the fonts were this easy, but they don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and group it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make compound path. And for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and select a color green. Yellow looks better. Okay. And I'm gonna change this blue to a green. I like it better. It looks more summery looking, even though these are not the colors I probably will use on the stones, but visually I like the way it looks. So now I'm going to be working with the top part. We're going to separate them because now I'm going to start the process of converting this design into an ombre effect. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the whole thing only halfway. It's hard to choose it. So you're only going to choose half of the design. You can either start from the top or you can start from the bottom. I usually start from the top. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to release the stone. I'm going to go and choose a color. And I think I'm going to do a light green probably or a yellow. That's like a greenish yellow. Yeah. So that is looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and close the color panel because I don't need it. I'm gonna go ahead and select the green color again, the top part. In other words, I'm gonna just click separate and I'm gonna go back to the object panel. And once I do that, I'm gonna release the stones on that one, which is gonna choose the top part. Once I have it released, I'm gonna start choosing which color circles. I keep saying stones, but there are circles at this point. And I'm gonna be choosing different ones random. There's no order to this choosing. You choose whatever you want, but I'm gonna choose different circles and I'm gonna changing colors. In this case, I'm gonna change it into the green color. You can do also opposite, but I usually do it this way. And I'm just gonna move the cursor around. You notice choosing circles randomly. There's no specific order. That is up to you. It's your design. And then I'm gonna go ahead and choose the green. And I'm gonna continue doing this through the whole design. If you notice, now it started to look more like an ombre effect. you start choosing, if you notice there's still empty spaces, you can either add on more color to it, okay? And that is what I'm doing right now. No particular order, just because. So I will continue doing this through the whole design. I'm going to choose the green color. I'm just checking around because sometimes, you can add some extra ones if you feel like it's not looking filled enough with the different colors. But like I said, this is up to you. I'm going to finish the R. Okay, I think it's looking good. What do you think? I'm gonna go ahead and add some extra ones, certain areas. Like this one right here is looking kind of like empty. So I'm gonna add one more in there. Another one here. I think this one is kind of empty in there. So I'm gonna add that one in there too. And that's how you do it, people. It's a nice design, the ombre effect. I like it a lot. I've been doing some other designs like this, and I really like it because it just makes it different. I'm just adding more green circles to make sure that everything is looking good. So this is looking good. I am done. I don't think I need to add anything more. So the next step for me to do right now is that I need to convert those stones into compound path because remember we released them, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna select the whole thing. I'm going to go, if you notice the top part is the one I need to make compound path. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go to the left side of the panel. I'm gonna open edit and select by color. Click this one in here and just select the green because those are the ones that I added. I'm gonna go to object, I'm gonna group it. Once it's grouped, I'm gonna go back to object and I'm gonna make compound path. If you notice in the bottom, it changed the color. I have to go back again and choose those colors with the green, you see? And that's the way you changed it, all right? So now that everything is there, I'm gonna select by color on the light green. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go to object, I'm gonna group it. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna make compound path. And now again, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna change the color to the color that I had it before. And now the whole thing is compound path, all right? And I have the design right there. After I'm done doing that, I'm gonna group the whole thing. So now it's one design. I'm gonna put this one on the top. It's looking pretty much. Over here, I need to change the bottom part. If you notice on the art, it's a little bit separated, but that's easy to change. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna separate it, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna choose release compound path, and then all I have to do is move the stones higher. So I'm gonna click the shift key on my keyboard. I'm gonna select all of them, and I'm just gonna do the arrow on my keyboard up, and I'm gonna move it up a little bit, and that's it. I'm gonna select the whole thing again. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way because it's selecting that and I don't need that to happen. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to go to Object, Group, and then Object, Make Compound Path. And you know, every time you do that, the color goes away. So it shows the color back to red again. Okay. And so now it should fit nicely. Yeah, much better. All right. Let me move it back. That looks pretty good. Okay. And guys, once you are sure that everything looks good, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna group it together. You're gonna select the whole thing. You're gonna click group. And now that this is good, I'm gonna bring my friend Fun back to the game and I'm gonna group together. Before I do that, I'm gonna select the whole thing and I'm gonna make sure that it's centered in place and I'm gonna hit group. And this is the design, guys. It's looking pretty good. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to save it. And you've seen me done this before. We're gonna go ahead and save as. I'm gonna save it to my library. I always do that first, just to keep a backup design with me in Silhouette. And I'm gonna click OK. Once I do that, I go back to File, select to hard drive. I'm gonna put mine on my downloads. I'm gonna title it like I always do, making sure that I place the word rhinestones so that I know where to look for the file. Then I'm gonna write down the dimensions of the design, which is 11302, and then I write the height. So I have my width and I have my height. Once I do that, I'm going to open this drop down and I'm going to select SVG. And that is how you take it to your hard drive. So this is saved already. And the next step I'm going to do is take you to Cricut Design Space to work on it over there. And we are in Cricut Design Space. We're going to open the menu. We're going to go to Canvas. And once I go to Canvas, I'm going to upload this. If you know about Cricut Design Space, you know how to go by doing this. Click Upload. I'm going to upload my image, go to Browse, and I'm going to go to my downloads. And I'm going to go open the last one that I did. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And here we go. We're going to upload this. And click it, add to canvas. I need to make sure that I have the correct dimensions. Hopefully it will come with the correct dimensions. And it didn't. So because of this, I had to resize it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the resizing here, making sure that this is locked. And it was 11.302. I'm going to enter. And this is the design right here, okay? And so this is how you do the ombre effect. I am not gonna cut it in this video because this video is already long, but you know that once you have here, all you have to do is make it. That's all you have to do, make it. And it will just probably will be 3 mats because there are 3 different colors. You can go ahead and combine everything in one mat, and you know how to do that. All you have to do is just move them to one mat. I would probably use these mats only one. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna choose the green one. I'm gonna go up here, move objects to the yellow one. I'm gonna confirm it. It's right here. I'm gonna separate them. This is a pretty simple design, so I can use only one mat. Then I'm gonna go to the next mat, which is the red one, do the same thing. Choose here, move object, choose the yellow one, confirm, and everything is in the same mat. And that way, I will save a lot of flock. You know that flock is expensive, right? I have plenty of space to put all 3 selections in here. Okay, do the same thing. Move the object, move to yellow, and confirm. Okay. And I have plenty of space, like I said before. Use one mat. It doesn't matter the colors because the flock is all the same color. So here you go. So once you do this, you're gonna continue. And then I'm not connected to the Cricut, of course, because I don't plan to cut this today. If you are working on this, you already know how to cut the mat and how to brush it. So guys, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you a couple of shirts already brushed and pressed so that you can see how does this design looks in a shirt. So this is the result of the design that we work on. It came out beautiful. I decided to do the border on Crystal AB. All of them are SS10 stones. The top is peridot, the bottom is hyacinth, and this one is crystal. No, this one is citrine AB. All right. Look at the shimmer, people. Look at how beautiful it shimmers. All the stones that I'm featuring on these videos are from the Baby's Booty store, the Rhinestone store, and I'm going to link her stores down on the description box, okay? Look at how beautiful this one. Look at how this shimmers. This one is my original design. This one I converted an SVG file into rhinestones. And I used Capri, Hyacinth AB, and again the Citrine AB. I forgot to mention this border stone is Aurum Dorado, and it's more like a metal stones with a blink on it, and it gives you this copper golden color, which I love. All right. So yes. Well, guys, this is the end of the video tutorial. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know down on the description box. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy this content, you're welcome to join my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican. And I am also inviting you to join my Facebook group, The Crafting Puerto Rican Hub. So guys, I will see you soon with new content. I will see you later. Bye bye. Hasta luego.